1 week and having a ZR1, we got the break-in miles done. You saw my last video taking delivery of Expel, doing 0 to 60 test, 2.3 seconds on the street. Next performance test is quarter mile testing on the street before you hit the drag strip. And before that, I want to actually weigh the ZR1 to see what this thing weighs. We do have the carbon fiber wheels. This is the coupe, so it's the lighter of the two compared to the convertible. It does have the high aero package on here, and this wing I hear weighs about 14 pounds. So when we take this off of the drag strip, we will subtract 10 pounds from the estimated weight of when we're driving the car. I haven't weighed the wheels compared to stock wheels, but I'm pretty sure these carbon wheels probably chop off about 10 pounds per wheel, so another 40 pounds lighter. And then inside, of course, I always like to weigh these low on fuel, and I believe fuel is less than a quarter tank of gas. I don't think there's anything else I can actually take out of the car, maybe the floor mats. Let's see what it weighs. I'm guessing, I don't know, it's got to be like close to 3,900 pounds, but let's put this thing on the scales. Over here I have the scales, which I'll put a link down on Amazon if you want to pick these up, but super easy to use. And I got some race ramps up here to pull the car up on the scales. First step is here, I put this a few feet in front of the car because when we pull up, we don't want to hit this with the car. And then we got, these are actually wired scales. I've seen wireless ones before, but they're just such a hassle. Just getting the wired ones just makes it a lot easier. I picked up these race ramps. These make it super easy to just pull the car up, and you used to have to jack up the car and put the pads underneath. That takes like 30 minutes. We can be done weighing car in like 10 minutes using the ramps. So all you do is put a race ramp on in front of each wheel, and then we put the pads right in front and pull the car up. All right, we got the scales put on each of the front of the wheels on the ramps. Now we just connect those 4 wires. All right, all the wires are hooked up. We will hit the power button and zero out the scale. All zeros. Let's pull up the ZR1. All right, we got it on the scales. Moment of the truth. Let's see if I was right or wrong. I was guessing 3850 or something. It's less. Wow, there you go. Okay, so 3,787 pounds, quarter tank of gas, carbon fiber wheels with the wing on. So when you yank that wing, take off another 14 pounds, and we'll be at our race weight. I might have forgot the floor mats in the car. The floor mats out, I had a mount in there that probably weighs a half a pound, maybe another pound for the floor mats. I don't think I left anything else in the car that I can actually take out. There's a radar detector in there, so maybe a couple more ounces. I'm gonna leave that in there. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, a little bit. 3,782 pounds. All right, so on to our street quarter mile testing. I'm hoping I can hit like a 9.6 in this car. 0 to 60 on the testing from the previous video was like 2.5. If I can get that launch again and it traps well and the weather's good, yeah, I think we can go 9.5, and at the track, I'm hoping for even better. So with a weight of 3,782, and these cars have been dynoing over 1,000 horsepower to the wheels, even though it's rated at 1,064. So if you said it made 1,030 to the wheels, added like 10%, you're at 1,150 horsepower, 3,784 pounds. That is like a crazy power to weight ratio. It's just 3.2 pounds per horsepower. So yes, the car is heavy, but it's making a crap ton of power. And that's what's making this car so fast. I can't wait for the ZR1X. That's gonna be 1,250 horsepower, maybe more. Of course, we'll add some weight with the batteries and the motors in the front, but I think the X is gonna be a monster. All right, so next up, quarter mile testing on the street before we hit the drag strip. I'm super curious to see what this does on the street. Can it beat what I ran on the street with a 765 LT or the Plaid? Probably not the Plaid, maybe the LT. I was well into the 9s in LT. I'm guessing or hoping it does, I don't know, like 9.6 on the street. Go ahead and drop in the comments what you think it's gonna run, and we'll get out and do some testing right now. If you wanna drop in the comments and see what you think it'll run down the quarter mile, go ahead and do so, and then put in the comments and we'll see if you were right. Okay, so there you go. It went 981 on the street. Unfortunately, I didn't get that great 0 to 60 that you might have saw in the previous video, which is 2.5. If I'd gotten that, the car would have probably went like a 9.6. But unfortunately, the different pavement areas where I can do a 0 to 60 and a full quarter mile are different, so it didn't get as good. However, that's right in line with McLaren 765 LT street testing coupe that I did a while back. I think I got in the 9.8s, mid 9.8s in that car as well. And 60 to 130s are right there with the 765 LT. And do not forget, this is with the ZR1 wing on. So we already went to the drag strip, and there's a little teaser of what the car ran if you check out my YouTube shorts. With the wing off, it is a lot faster. I think the key benefit with the ZR1 is that Chevy did a great job with allowing for you to adjust the launch control. So anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 RPM, you can adjust, how much launch RPM you want. And then you can also adjust the slip. The lower the slip is the quicker the traction control will intervene and stop you. So higher slip is better, but you want to keep the car from getting too out of control. Now, if you're a Chevy Corvette fan like I am, and you want a Z06, a Stinger, and even a ZR1, you got to check out MarshallGoldman.com. If you didn't see previous videos, I am now a partner at Marshall Goldman, and I think we got 3 Z06s, a Stingray, and 2 ZR1s. And while they're not the latest generation ZR1s, we're working on getting some of those. They are the previous generation with the 755 horsepower. Still really, really badass cars. I'll put a link down in the description, MarshallGoldman.com, if you want to check out any of the Chevy products we got. We probably got 50 Porsches in stock, a bunch of Ferraris, Aston Martins, Lamborghinis. We got about 260 cars in stock as we speak right now. And of course, we are always looking for more inventory. So if you got an exotic car that you're tired of or you want to swap out, give me a buzz. You can drop in the DMs, or you can go to MarshallGoldman.com. There's a quick and easy form where you just drop in the year, make, model, or your VIN, and we'll give you an instant quote and then follow up to get all the details and options of your car to see if we can give you a little more. So link down in the description, MarshallGoldman.com. Now, on to maybe some previews of what we got coming in the next videos. I'm in the middle of editing, but I wanted to get this weighing the ZR1 video in and the street testing before we go all out down the quarter mile. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video channel, and man, you are going to want to be subscribed to see what we got coming next. Thanks for watching.